What is up, you guys? I am here at Palace Station in Las Vegas. It is an off-strip property. Now the strip is about half a mile that way. On Sahara Boulevard you'll find like Sahara Casino and the Las Vegas Festival grounds. It's kind of just a little bit off-strip. This is considered a locals casino that is probably closest to the strip. Station casinos I think they have about 7 casinos like Green Valley Ranch, Red Rock, Durango. This is one of their older casinos, Palace Station, and this is the first time we are here on the property. So I'm excited to see the cleanliness of a station casino that's close to the strip but not on the strip. The price was great, and I'll talk about that later in the video. And just see what kind of restaurants and casino games, slot machine games they have to offer. So let's get inside and check out this property. This room is crazy good for the price. I am gonna show you around this room because I'm amazed. I was not expecting such a nice room here at Palace Station. Per usual, I'm gonna go back to the front here and I am gonna start the room tour from the door all the way in. When you first walk into the room here, the bathroom is on the left, and we'll get to that. I like to show that towards the end. But you do have this floor to ceiling mirror right here, right across from the closet, which I always like when these hotels do this. Some of them don't, some of the lower price ones don't. And then to the left here, you have the closet, which we're gonna open up right here and look at this nice space. We got an ironing board, irons. This is where you're gonna find your safe, your luggage rack, a little shelf to put some stuff onto. But I'm only staying one night, so I might hang up one shirt because literally that's what I brought. Now I did pick your room at check-in. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a king or a queen or 2 queens or what. I think it's a king or 2 queens. So they chose the 2 queen room for me, and it is on the 3rd floor, which is fine because they only give you 2 sleeping pillows per bed, which is good, which is perfect. I worry like in a hotel like this that maybe on a king size they only give you 3 pillows, and Becky will be joining me later tonight, and we definitely need 4 pillows, so we each have 2. I am not going to be laying my head on the nice decorative pillows because those really don't get washed, so those will be set aside. But nothing really fancy here. We got this nice little piece of artwork right here. Like I said, 2 queen beds, which means 1 dresser in the middle, which is fine. We can share it. Now I just have to make sure there's enough plugs here for Becky's and mine phone charger. And there should be, and if not, I did bring a battery pack so I can charge my phone through that also, or we can just share it. But I'm gonna tell you, and I'll tell you the price when I'm done with this room tour, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's a great deal. So besides the 2 queen beds, and this is what happens too, when you do get 2 queen beds, you'll see that it gets a little bit tighter to the wall over here, and then you get a little bit tighter to the seating area over here, which is fine. That's why it's a lot of times Becky and I will get a single king size bed in the room, so we have a little more wiggle room around the furniture. It's a little more spacious. This is definitely a tight fit, you can see right here between the chairs and the bed. I do like though how they give you 2 chairs right there. That is awesome, and there is a light right there. The AC is on the wall right here, so Becky will get this bed and I will get that bed because I like to be farther away from the AC and she likes to be closer. We are on the 3rd floor, like I said. I didn't ask for any upgrades or anything. I really wanted to see what they give you when they pick the room for you. And like I said, they picked the 3rd floor. I have really a non-strip view here. It's gonna show you part of the casino out there. You have across the street, there's a lot of restaurants in walking distance. Literally right across the street, there's a Bourbon Street sports bar with just a casino, and then they have some different food options. The only strip view that I do see is I do see the Strat off there in the distance, which is fine. I mean, that's what I got. If it was lighting up and stuff, that would be cool, but it doesn't. So, or maybe it does. We'll see. We'll see if we get a night shot of the Strat. We love staying over at the Strat too. The Strat's fun times. This is about half a mile off of the strip. You have to take a roadway underneath the freeway and over the railroad tracks, and then you'll end up on the strip at the Las Vegas Festival grounds, and the Sahara is right across the street from that. So coming back over here into the room, I mean, nothing really spectacular, but I do like the big countertop here. If you're going to stay more than one night, you need some workspace. You do have a nice little chair and some outlets right here, which are great. A fairly large TV, probably a 50-inch TV on the wall here. There is no, like, the picture on the website showed a refrigerator. There is no refrigerator. I did bring some libations, so I'll have to get the old bucket of ice and put them in there. I didn't bring too many of them because usually we're out in the casino gambling and drinking there. But you do have 4 drawers here to put your stuff in. And they are fairly deep drawers. They're pretty good. Drawers right there. And I believe they sounded like a soft close. Nice touch there, Palace Station. And this is the first time we are staying at a Stations casino. I believe they have 7 hotels around the Vegas area. It's considered a locals casino because they are usually off-strip. Let's head into the restroom here real quick and give you this. I was very happy with the restroom. Seeing what they have to offer here in the restroom. This very big countertop. 1 sink, not dual sink. That's okay. Beck and I can survive. Big giant mirror. Plenty of light, which I like in here. Also, they have the makeup mirror right here for you ladies mostly. Only 2 towels. There's a hairdryer down there. And then we have some hand towels and washcloths right there. Toilet close to the toilet paper roll. Not too close. Easily accessible. Very clean though. I was surprised with how clean this restroom is. And we do have a bathtub. Becky does like a little bathtub in the rooms. I'm partial. It can go either way for me. I don't mind the bathtub, but sometimes I get grossed out because I think it's going to be dirty. But this bathtub actually, if I open this up, looks really clean. Like I said, this room is really clean. We'll have to test out the water pressure here though. Looking at the water pressure in this hotel, it looks great. I can see it's already warming up to temperature. So what a great shower. I definitely have to say I am impressed with this room. So like I was saying earlier, this was the hotel picture room the day of check-in. That saved me about $5, I believe, from selecting my own room, which is fine. I wanted to see. I've never done that before where I let the hotel pick it. I pretty much knew I was gonna get a double queen or a king, and this is what I got. And like I said, I didn't ask for the upgrade because I wanted to see where they put me, and they did put me on the 3rd floor, which is kind of low, but it's okay. I live here in Vegas. I've seen all the sights, so for me, that's fine. Now, I did pay $55 out the door for this room. I did not have to pay a resort fee because I am a local, and right now Station Casinos are offering for locals at the time of shooting this video, probably not at the time you're seeing this video, no resort fees, which is nice. So the room was like $40 or something with taxes and everything. It ended up being $55. So I thought, what a great deal. Let's try out a new hotel and casino if I can get it for such a great price. So basically, if you weren't from Las Vegas area, you're going to be paying about a $45 resort fee with tax and everything. So you're looking at closer to $100 for this room, which I think is well worth it for the size of this room and the cleanliness of this room. Now we're going to have to see if that holds up once we explore the rest of the property. I have never been on this property before, so I don't know what to expect. I know I've already looked at some of the restaurants and stuff online, but I've never walked through the property, so I'm curious to see if the property is as nice as the room. Now let's show you around the casino and all that it has to offer. First off, we'll start off with the sports book. Now the sports book is pretty large for a smaller casino of this size. A lot of good screens. It looks a little dark and dated compared to some of the newer sports books that are coming out, but it definitely looks like it'll get the job done. You also do have a nice bar in the back there that looks like you could enjoy some drinks, watch some games, and have a good time. Now they have a huge variety of slot machines here, which is great because, you know, it's one of those casinos that's off strip, but it's owned by Station Casino, so you're going to find all the latest games that you need to gamble on and that you enjoy playing. Becky and I were gambling. We really had a great time out here playing games like Mystery of the Lamp and
Obviously Louis Gold, and I love Buffalo Ascension. And then they also do have some good older games which are, you know, nice to sit down and play on. I just like the variety. They do have some of my favorites, digital roulette, bubble craps. They do have regular table craps, roulette, blackjack, Texas Hold'em. You're looking at about $15 minimum and up on the table games. This is a weekday, so maybe on the weekend it goes up a little bit. But still, enjoy this casino. There is a couple of large bars with a lot of the tabletop video poker games on them, which I do enjoy playing, especially if you want to get a few drinks, gamble a little bit, get a few complimentary drinks. It's really nice. At a couple of the station casinos, you're going to find these huge baccarat tables or sections where they have a dealer up front there and you're playing on the computer screen. It's a pretty easy game, but if you want to learn, besides sitting at a table with other people, this is a great place to learn because baccarat players, they take it very seriously. And you do not want to mess up their rhythm. They do have a smaller size high limit room, which is not too bad. Has a few of your favorite games like Wheel of Fortune and Buffalo and Dragon Link. Let's look at the dining options they have here at Palace Station. There's actually quite a few, not as many as some of the bigger resorts, but they do have some really good options. And I'm going to show you my favorite that Becky and I ate at last night. On one side of the casino, they have Tailgate Social, which is a sports bar and grill. Great for hamburgers and American cuisine, and I hear they do have some sort of all-you-can-eat menu on certain days. Go ahead and look it up on their website, see if they still offer it when you see this video. And then China Mama, which is a Vegas locals spot. They have a restaurant off-strip, standalone, but it's supposed to be one of the best Chinese restaurants there is. And now they've opened one up here at Palace Station. Haven't been there yet, but looking forward to go. They do have a movie theater here at Palace Station called Cinnabar, and we'll go upstairs and check it out. I believe it has a bar and some pool tables and stuff like that. And so you can bring the family, or you can come and just watch some movies over here. Movie theater, they do have a full bar, some pool tables, and a lot of seats to sit down at. Great spot to come and hang out during the day. The steakhouse here at Palace Station is called the Charcoal Room, which seem to have pretty reasonable prices, but that's not the place I'm talking about. The Oyster Bar. This is where you want to eat. They do not take reservations. There is no line right now in the middle of the day on a weekday, which is awesome. There's usually a half hour to a 2 hour wait to get the very few coveted seats here at the Oyster Bar. But they serve everything from jambalaya to different seafoods and oysters here, which this is the place. If you're going to stay here, you have to eat here. Another great place to eat is the Brass Fork. This is their 24-hour diner type eating, which will have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We eat at the Brass Fork over at Sunset Station Casino, and it is delicious and very affordable. So I do recommend that if you're on a budget or if you're just looking for a nice meal but nothing extravagant, Brass Fork's the place to go. And if Mexican cuisine is your thing, Lindo Michoacan is here. I'm not the biggest fan of this place, but if you like it, then you could try it out. And for very fast food, they have Panda Express and Wingstop here. So if you're not looking to sit down and have a waiter, just come on over here. Love Panda Express, love Wingstop, so two good options. They also do have a Starbucks here, which is pretty awesome, right by the hotel lobby, which looks beautiful. In the end, Palace Station was a great place to stay and hang out. And I know it's off strip, but if you're looking for a more affordable, budget-friendly, locals-friendly, probably higher payout on the slot machines too. Don't quote me on that. I don't have factual information on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. And some good restaurant selection, especially if you're going to go see any musical groups over at the Las Vegas Fairgrounds. What a great option to stay at. Tell me, have you stayed at any station casinos anywhere in Las Vegas? Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you plan on staying there. Give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.